and welcome to the 30th episode of Calcio Chronicles. As always, I'm Sheida Rad, your host, and joining me all the way from Rome is Italy's #1 football analyst and sports journalist, Massimo Caputi.
Hi, Sheida, nice to see you.
Yeah.
Ready for the new episode of Calcio Chronicles.
Yes, absolutely ready. And as last time, again, we're going to jump off straight in Champions League. We had lots of surprises last night, and now Paris Saint-Germain and Dortmund go to the Champions League semifinals. Was that what you expecting from the first leg? Because the second leg looks like it changed everything.
At the final, the results were a surprise, for some things, but not at all, because in my prediction, Paris Saint-Germain could win against Barcelona. Probably no exactly in this match as did, but at the same time, my prediction, if you remember, was the final Paris Saint-Germain Real Madrid for Mbappé, for an amazing situation,
Yes.
Mbappé against the new team for the next year. And I don't know what's happened, because tonight we will have a wonderful match, Manchester City Real Madrid. I don't know what's happened, but at the same time, is interesting that the result completely changed after the first leg, and so the truth is Champions League is a wonderful competition, and always we can see great match, great feeling, great goals, and so a lot of suspense also for tonight for both matches in program.
So between Bayern and Arsenal, who do you think is favored?
Arsenal.
I know it's hard.
Arsenal is favored for me. No, for probably in this moment Bayern is favored, because after the result after the first leg. But my feeling is for Arsenal. And at the same time, it's very difficult to understand the favored in Manchester City, Real Madrid. Probably Manchester City because play at home. But I repeat, Real Madrid is going to the final.
Okay, for you, Real Madrid is going to the final with Paris Saint-Germain. Well, we're gonna find out soon, because if they're gonna win tonight, then that means that they're gonna go to the semi-final. And yes, there is gonna be more chance to get to your prediction. Cool. Now let's get to Europa League.
Right.
Europa League, that surprised us with the win of Roma last time, because of course we didn't think that. I mean, I was absolutely hoping for Roma to win against Milan, but I was just hopeful. But I have to say the victory of Roma really surprised me and made me very, very happy. And of course, I was going all dressed like Roma around. How do you think things are going to go for the second leg this time?
Obviously, Roma is a little bit favored after the victory in first leg. My opinion is 51% favored Roma and 49% for Milan. I believe that there will be a great match. Milan will play different respect the first leg, and for Roma will be important. Don't play in defense, but for me have to play for winning, for the victory, because if Roma will think only to defense. No, the result in the first leg will be very difficult to the qualification. And my opinion is it will be a tough match with goals, not 0-0 or 1-0, but my expectation is in a great match with goals, emotions, feelings, suspense, and probably players as Leao, Giroud, Dybala, Lukaku could be the players that can decide the match.
Decisive for the match, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Now, another match that we're going to have of the Italians is going to be Atalanta-Liverpool. Now, last time in the first leg, they absolutely surprised us, didn't they? We weren't expecting the win of Atalanta, and we were definitely not expecting the 3-0. So,
No.
now the second leg, how do you think it's going to be?
Nobody could think on a result as in the first leg, Liverpool 0, Atalanta 3 in Anfield Road.
Yeah.
And for this, it's very, very difficult to think that Liverpool could win 4-0, no?
Yeah.
Away. Liverpool is one of the best team in Europe and in the world, but Atalanta is strong from 3-0, and for me, Atalanta is favored for the qualification. But as Roma Milan, also Atalanta Liverpool will be an amazing match, interesting and rich of goals.
Okay, rich of goals. Fantastic. Now, rich of goals, shall we go to Serie A now a little bit? Because I'm curious to know your opinion about a couple of matches, of the next round of day 34. But before that, I just wanted to say, 33. I just wanted to mention that the match day 32, I don't know if just like one of those crazy cases that we had all of the matches except 2 of them, they were all draws, like 2-2 Inter Cagliari, 3-3 Sassuolo Milan, and even Udinese Roma. That though got suspended.
Yeah,
You want to talk about that a little bit, and how is he doing? Like,
my opinion about some matches, because in this specific part of the season, for the big team, it's better to play against another big team than the team that play for the survive, no? Mm-hmm. And I am not surprised for the final result in this match. We don't know the final result in Udinese Roma for the suspension after Ndika, and it's important that Ndika stay well. And yes, exactly. This is the first important thing.
Such a big fright it was.
Yes, and for this should be important and will be important the next round for especially 2 matches, Roma Bologna and Milan Inter, the derby, and absolutely important the result of tomorrow.
Exactly. How do you think that the results of tomorrow is going to affect?
Yes, exactly. Because for Milan, the qualification is one of the best point, in this season, for winning the Europa League. And if Milan lose against Roma, the situation of Pioli and the team is not so good, for the derby against Inter, because Inter could win the title against Milan in the derby. No, official win victory. At the same time, also Roma for the feeling could change completely if you have a qualification in the semifinal in Europa League or not. And so the match of tomorrow, Roma-Milan, is one of the big point of the season for both teams.
No, I absolutely agree, because whatever the result is going to be, it's going to have definitely an effect on also the Serie A matches. As you said, it's the mindset of the team and how they feel. So that's going to massively change. Because
Milan is sure for the qualification in the next Champions League, is in the second position of the table. Different the situation of Roma. Roma have to win the matches for the qualification, and the schedule and the next matches for Roma will be very strong. Bologna, Napoli, Juventus, Atalanta. One thing is after an important victory against Milan or not, because the focus remain only the qualification of the Champions League.
Yeah, though the standings of Serie A hasn't changed between last week and this week. It's stable for now.
No, in this moment, the fight is between Bologna, Roma, Atalanta especially, but all three teams have to win, because
in order to come up
ahead, probably Lazio, or why not Napoli, can gain some important points from to the end of the season. For me, no. For me, Bologna, Roma, and Atalanta are favored, but everything is possible in this particular part of the season with these standings.
No, because we have only a few match days left, so nearly the end of the season. We are nearly the end of the season, I say. So when you get to the end, nearly it's different.
The season is ending for the Serie A, but we will have the important competition, not only the final of Champions League, Europa League, and the Conference League, but for European Cup, and Italy have to defend the title, no? And so we hope for the Spalletti teams.
Absolutely, I agree. Awesome. Thank you, Massimo. That's everything that I wanted to cover. Is there anything that you would like to add?
No, I am curious for the match of tomorrow. Absolutely curious, and I don't know what's happened, but I am awaiting a great match.
Okay, fantastic. We're gonna figure it out and we're gonna watch it. Definitely, we're gonna have amazing matches ahead. Thank you so much again for joining me. Thank you. Bye. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, and I really hope that you enjoyed this episode. That was our 30th. I want to close this episode by just giving a message of peace. As you know, I'm Iranian originally, and so I'm really hoping for the peace between my country and Israel, even though this is not a political show. But anyway, that's all for me.